Hi, I'm Nicole Gabai, and this is Inside Falmouth. Did you ever wonder why guys go fishing at 6 o'clock in the morning? Did you ever wonder who else is out there? Well, I did. So today on Inside Falmouth, we have a very special guest. Mark Garner is going to tell us why he goes out at 6 o'clock in the morning. All right, Mark, this is a gorgeous morning. It's so quiet. The water's like glass. Is this a perfect day for fishing?
If I had to draw a script and
Yeah.
a picture of what a perfect morning would be to go fishing, this is it. Yeah.
Awesome.
Couldn't be any better.
All right.
It's just beautiful.
Excellent. All right, so we're going out with a fisherman?
We're going out to try to find some fish. All right.
Excellent. Let's go fishing.
Okay. So we're out here in Nantucket Sound, Martha's Vineyard's right there. You see the little splashes right there? Those are fish feeding on the surface.
Wow.
So what we want to do is get fairly close to the school.
Okay.
They're feeding on the top, and we'll toss them some lures, and hopefully they'll
Bite.
take our presentation and we'll catch the fish.
Nice. I haven't done this in about 25 years.
Well, it's not too hard.
No?
So this is the lure that we're fishing for bonito.
Bonito.
And they're basically like a small tuna fish. They're really a cool fish. And of course, the reason that I want to catch them is because they're delicious. you know.
Okay.
And so all you got to do, it's a little bit of a trick, is you flip this baler, they call it,
Yeah.
and you just flip it out.
Fling it out there.
Yeah.
All right.
You hope the fish are hungry.
What's the biggest fish you ever caught, Mark?
Actually, what I go for a lot is the striped bass. I mean, Cape Cod is famous for the striped bass.
You would think Cape Cod was famous for cod.
Yeah, good point. You know, and that was true.
Yeah.
The trouble with cod now is it's one of those stocks that's recovering, and certainly on this side of the Cape, the south side of the Cape, there really isn't cod here.
Really?
Yeah, you can still catch it on the north side of the Cape.
Has it been overfished?
Yeah.
Is that the trouble?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you ever been out like for a couple hours and then caught nothing?
Oh yeah,
Is that annoying or is that all right?
it's okay. You know, when I was younger, it wasn't. You know, I had to catch the fish. Had to catch the fish. You know, now it's like, you know, hey, look, it's an excuse to get out on the boat and just enjoy. You know, there's actually, and I go a lot of times either before work or after work, and I love going at night because actually this spot right here, if you look down here, is Woods Hole, and the sun will set right over there by the Knobska Lighthouse.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And at the same time, the moon will be coming up over
The other
here
side.
to the east.
Yeah.
So you're sitting out here in the middle, you look behind you and the moon is coming up, you look in front of you and the sun's going down.
Wow. Nothing like it.
Oh, just great.
So this is what you do. You just keep on casting out. You don't just let it drag around.
Well, you know, there's different types of fishing. There's you can fish with bait, you know, which you typically let drift on the bottom.
Yeah.
And I do that a lot with the striped bass.
Oh, you do. Okay.
And then there's trolling, which is we'd have the engine on and we'd be dragging the line. I keep my boat in until usually October 15th, but then again, I'm a little more die-hard than most people. I think a lot of people will take their boat out in another couple of weeks, the end of September. You know, I've actually, depending upon the weather though, I've actually left, you know, I've gone into the middle of November.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can still catch fish.
Yeah.
That's kind of the end of the season. It's right around just before Thanksgiving.
Right.
But it does get a little cold at
It's a little chilly.
7 o'clock in the morning in
That's the thing, Mark.
November 1st.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny too. There's certain things like we were talking. Like I don't like going in the water. I hate cold water, and I don't really like the cold. But I could, you know, it could be 30
Just to be
degrees
out
out.
here.
If I'm fishing, I don't care.
Right.
you
Because it's
know?
fun. You love it.
Right.
It's
And
okay.
I never even noticed the cold.
Right. Now, does anyone in your family go fishing?
My brother Steve, he was actually a fisherman as a kid, but he liked freshwater fishing, bass fishing. He's still a big freshwater bass fisherman, but now that I live down here on the Cape, or, you know, he comes and visits me. He loves saltwater fishing.
Oh, so you guys go fishing together.
Oh yeah, it's something we can do.
Is that a good bonding thing?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you're out here, you're talking, you relax,
Yeah.
it really, and with my son, my daughter, actually, we talk about, some of the bigger fish I've ever caught in my life. My daughter caught a 44-inch striped bass.
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
she's about 5'5", so when she held the fish up, it was about the same height she was.
That's incredible.
And she loved it. I mean, she's a real sports person anyway. Yeah.
Well, I have great memories, actually. When I was a kid, I used to go fishing with my dad. I still remember that.
Yeah. I mean, fishing's a good sport for just relaxing, being peaceful, enjoying nature, and like everything else, the thing about the industry or the sport is, people try to conserve it so it'll be around for the recreational fishermen for a long time. Because my schedule is kind of hectic, I mean, that's another reason why I go out first thing in the morning, because, I can do it before work, and if I get up really early. And on a wonderful day where I've actually decided to take the day off and go, way out, south of the vineyard, and you're out there really by yourself a lot of the time. And you're sitting here with the rocking motion of the boat. Yeah, it is a great place, almost to meditate, to reflect. I think that's probably a reason why a lot of people do it. You don't catch them every time. I mean, fishermen have all these, sayings and things. One of the sayings is, when you don't catch fish, they say, if you caught fish every time, they'd call it catching. They call it fishing because you're not supposed to catch a fish every time.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Do you want to give it a try, cast, and see if you can coordinate the...
Sure. I can't really feel my fingers right now, but I'll try.
You can't feel... Come on. It's not that... It's got to be, what, 65 degrees, 60 degrees?
Really?
It's got to be at least 65 degrees.
Yeah, maybe minus 10 degrees of that. 55.
All right, so now kind of bring it back towards the engine. And as you throw it forward, let your finger go. When it gets up to about 12 o'clock, let your finger... Let the line go from your finger. Bring it back. All right, throw it. Unbelievable. That was pretty good for your first time. Yeah, that was excellent. I think with fishing, like a lot of things in life, you plan to be at the right spot at the right time with the right equipment. There's some luck.
There's a good chance.
Some planning. Yeah, just like life.
Exactly. Now, I've seen other types of lures where there has like rubber fish hanging with all sorts of colors and things.
Let me show you a funny one.
Okay.
I'm going to get it for you. Now, this is a lure not many people have. This was actually given to me by a charter boat captain down a little further on the other side of the island, and he uses this for striped bass. It's actually, of course, a simulation of a lobster.
It's huge.
And I know that striped bass eat crustaceans and things off the bottom.
So they'll be attracted to that.
Now, I haven't caught a fish with it yet.
No?
But I'm
Have
going to
you
give it a
used
try. I haven't used it yet because I actually just gave it to me a little while ago.
Well, it has glitter on it.
Yeah.
But now, do the fish, are they attracted to glitter?
I'm not so sure fish are...
Are they aware of the glitter?
I don't really know. I mean, it's obviously made to simulate the lobster, and I think the glitter, you want them to find it. I guess that's probably the reason for that. But
yeah, they're just right close to the boat.
Let me see if I can get one. You can reel it in.
Let's watch the pro do it.
Okay.
We got something.
There's one.
Oh, my.
There we go. I feel like we're on that fishing show that I watch sometime on TV. Here, you take it.
Me? Are you kidding?
Yeah, go ahead. Hold it there.
I'm a lefty.
Yeah, that's all right. It still works.
Oh, my God.
Your first fish on Cape Cod, huh? That didn't take too long.
There's a lot of fish out here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Then what happens?
Well, I'm gonna go get depends on what you have on there. It'll either be a bonito or a bluefish. If it's a bluefish, I'm gonna want something to take it off the reel with.
Okay.
Let's see. So you kind of lift this back towards me a little bit.
Oh. He's beautiful.
Yeah. See if we can't catch him.
Woo, look at him. Wow, is he a beauty?
welcome to my office. Welcome to Century 21 Cape Associates.
Cool. Thank you for inviting me in here. It's beautiful.
Well, I spend a lot of time in here.
Do you really?
I do. I spend 30–40% of my day in here.
Really?
With all my little realtor toys.
Toys?
My computer,
you have toys in here? Okay.
Of course.
Yeah.
And one of the things I like to do when people are in my office is tell them about real estate. And I have, knowing that you're kind of new to the Cape,
yes, I
have a wonderful bargain for you.
A bargain?
Yes.
All right, I love a bargain.
This is a piece of land for $295.
Nuh-uh.
Right here on the Cape.
Mark, come on.
Except you'd have to go back to 1949.
Mark, that's a long time ago. I wasn't even born then.
1980.
Yeah, 80-something. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. Well,
But
I always thought that realtors are always out and about. But now I understand things are computerized. You know, you can see things on a computer. And I realize that you carry some little electronic device.
An electronic device, I do.
Yes.
The handy-dandy electronic device.
Is that an iPhone?
It's actually much more sophisticated. This actually I use on a daily basis for phone, taking pictures, getting on the internet, looking at real estate.
But you could show me a house on that, right?
I can show you a house.
Okay.
Now, one of the things that I've done over the last couple of years is learn how to use this.
Well, it took a couple of years, right? See, I bet it
The
did.
problem with the technology age, right? Everything is so sophisticated, and I have glasses to make
To
sure
help
I
you figure the whole thing out. Yeah.
can see the screen.
Right. Well, it looks like a little TV. So I would love to see a house that you think is something that we should all know about as far as what a house should look like if a seller is thinking of selling their house, or perhaps you guys have thought of buying a house. This is a great time to buy, right, Mark?
It's an absolutely fantastic time to buy. The prices have adjusted here on the Cape. Houses are more affordable than ever, and the selection is phenomenal. I'm normally in a market of adjustment where the property is on the market a little bit longer. One of the benefits to the buyers is there's so many more choices. So there's lots of things to look at.
Yeah,
the
that's what I've
availability
heard.
is great, and the
Excellent.
prices are excellent.
So you got me to fall in love with Falmouth. We drove all around town. You showed me all the highlights. I love Falmouth. I see this house. It's gorgeous. Tell me about this gorgeous house.
It's just a backyard paradise, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me walk you over to the pool.
Yard. And now I see this gorgeous pool. Does this add value to a house?
Well, a pool is something that is a feature that if people are looking for it, it'll make them buy your house first. But of course, the right family style would be interested in a pool. Right. Summer fun, don't want to go to the beach, like their backyard.
Right. Never have to worry about that beach sticker working or not
That's
working.
it. Walk out your deck, maybe have an adult beverage, step into the pool. So
It's nice. Is it now, if I'm a buyer and I see these beautiful decor, you know, the lobster, and we see all this lovely, you know, little sculptures, does this add value for the buyer? Is this why they do this, or do they really live like this?
Well, no, these people live like this. I mean, one of the reasons I like to show this particular property is because the people have done everything. It's a pleasure to show this house. They've got the fenced-in yard, the beautiful low-maintenance landscaping, by the way. That makes up for the maintenance on the pool. It's low-maintenance landscaping.
Very beautiful.
And, you know, it's just a pleasure to show. These people have really prepared their house for sale.
Yes, I can see that. Now I'm excited to see the inside.
All
Can
right,
we see the inside?
we can.
Come on, guys, let's look inside. All right, so on our way inside this beautiful house, here we are into this gorgeous kitchen. Korean. I heard this is called Korean. It's beautiful, Mark.
It is.
Mark mentioned something to me that was very interesting. You said something about deeded rights to a beach.
Well, the Childs River is right down the end of the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and this is an association neighborhood where all the homeowners have rights to the water. They have their own dock. They have small boats there.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yes.
Okay, wait, this is interesting because, okay, I lived in New York City for 20 years. We don't have deeded rights to things.
You don't have deeded rights to the beach in New York City?
No, we don't even get a piece of land in New York City, okay? When you said association, is that like a condo association? Like,
Very
what does that
similar.
mean?
Well, like a co-op or a condo unit. Condo owners, they all own a piece of the common area. Well, in essence, deeded water or deeded land in association, they all own it together. They either own the rights or the rights to pass over it.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
well
very
that's
similar.
a plus. That's a bonus. Okay, so beautiful kitchen. We love this. What else can you show us at this house that is like a key feature that if you are a buyer that I would look for? I mean, not that I'm buying, but just in case I was interested, what are things I should be looking out for?
The condition of the house, the layout of the house, the functionality of the house.
All right, so let's go to some other parts of the house and see what is very special about this house and in general the condition that we should all look for when we're buying. All right, Mark, so here we are. There's a pièce de résistance. This is a beautiful bedroom here.
The master bedroom.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, what do you like about it from the showing point of view?
Well, again, it's consistent with the rest of the house. The hand-carved moldings, the tile, the quality, the different architectural uniqueness of the house. And again, with all the rooms in this house, they're extra wide and spacious. So it just gives you the feeling of big, open spaces.
But here's a beautiful looking fireplace. I don't really understand what it does. Can you explain to me, does this actually give off heat?
It does.
Or is it decorative?
I mean, even though Cape Cod is a summer wonderland, it can get cold in the winter time.
It does. Oh, I have 2 winters already. It's nice and chilly in the winter.
So when this house was remodeled, not only for the atmosphere and ambiance of a fireplace, it's also a heating source.
For real? Like the
With
whole
a
room?
thermostat, you set the thermostat, and this will come on when the temperature lowers to a certain level and shuts off when it raises.
Now,
like magic.
Wow, nice. Excellent. I love this. So you never open this glass. It's not like an oven.
No dust, no lugging of the wood.
Right.
Just,
wow,
again, a
that's
beautiful
pretty cool.
ambiance. All we need is a glass of wine and some snow.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go check out some other parts of the house and then we'll move on. If I were to buy, is there anything I should look for, like, this is something we do in New York. Like if you're gonna go and buy or rent an apartment, the first thing they tell you to do is go in the bathroom and turn on the faucets. Turn on the shower and see if they have water pressure. Is this an issue? Like, do people think about that in houses?
Well, there's always issues you need to be careful about, and we recommend professional home inspectors. But one of the things that, again, a professional realtor will do is have the homeowner go through before they market the house and test all the systems. And
the realtor has the owner do that?
Absolutely. Because,
does the realtor go with them on the process?
Well, a lot of times we have a checklist when we first come to the house, and we'll go through it just like a buyer. You know, and again, one of the reasons why I want to show this house is because the homeowner has done everything to take away any objections that the buyer may have.
Right. So things like water,
paint,
septic, paint,
landscape.
Right.
Any little thing that the buyer's thinking, oh, I'll have to fix that, or this needs attention.
What's like the craziest thing that broke a deal for you? That was a deal breaker.
The craziest thing.
That you were like, huh? How did that happen? You know, you were banking on that one, and then suddenly, boom.
There's been a lot of, you know, one of the terms we use in this business is unbelievable. Like people will ask us how the real estate market is, and we'll say unbelievable.
Whether it means good unbelievable
That's right.
or bad
It could be
unbelievable,
unbelievably good, unbelievably bad.
Okay.
Let's see. Water issues, you know, in the basement are typically a deal breaker.
Oh,
you know, boy, I wish.
Well, water issues, that's important, because I wouldn't think of that. I wouldn't have thought to look at that. Well, this has been fascinating, Mark. Thank you so much for enlightening us to both sides of the market, the buying, the selling, what are the, options that we see in different houses. And this is a beautiful house. I mean, it's just gorgeous. But again, I'm not interested. I'm not buying right now.
The one thing we haven't done is really, I haven't listened to you in terms of your financial needs and the type of house that would suit you. But for $589,000, this would be an absolutely spectacular buy here.
Well, okay. You know what? Do you take credit cards? A Visa?
We aim to do whatever the customer needs.
Really?
Sure.
For real?
Well, actually, it's funny. This is a true story. Years ago, we went to a closing. Of course, the prices were much different. And there was a gentleman who owned a flea market here on the Cape for years. And he did, in fact, come to the closing with a lot of cash. So that was a little unusual.
Did he have like guitar cases filled with cash?
He actually had a suitcase.
A suitcase? suitcase filled with cash.
An old beat-up suitcase. He was
Oh my
that type of character, and the attorney really did not know what to do.
That
because,
is hilarious.
Yeah, no one ever shows up with cash.
With that much cash. Yeah. So thank you, Mark, again for this excellent tour of the house. And now we're going to really go for the fun stuff. We'll see what else Mark likes to do on his off time.
Hi, Mark.
How are you, Nicole?
I'm doing great. This has been an action-packed day. We started up at the crack of dawn, gone fishing, which was awesome, I must say. Then we had the full day of work. And now it's after hours. And this is your other pastime that you've told me about. And boy, oh boy, have we got a lot to look at. These bikes are gorgeous. Can you tell us, tell us a little bit about these. They're beautiful.
Well, this is my other passion. I'm very grateful for all the things that I have, and over the years I've accumulated these motorcycles. It is a passion with me.
Oh yeah.
I've got the I have 2 Harleys.
Yeah.
And a custom big dog.
Big dog.
And it's what I like to do after everything's done.
Yeah.
The kids are taken care of, the bills are paid,
right.
Work is done.
Time to have a little fun.
Yeah, I just love to get on these, and I like it. I mean, I love the speed, I love the exhilaration,
yeah.
I love the freedom, the openness. I mean, yeah.
Wonderful. Now, how did you get started in riding motorcycles? How does
that
happen?
Yeah, I had them when I was younger,
yeah.
In my 20s,
yeah.
Probably when you shouldn't own one.
Oh, yeah.
And I was fortunate after a couple of close calls to put them away.
Yeah, probably
and,
a good idea.
About 10 years ago, I bought my first, I guess,
grown-up bike?
Grown-up bike, there you go.
These are
I was grown up
bikes.
And I got a grown-up bike.
Nice, okay.
And then I've just, over the years, I've bought and sold them,
yeah.
them, and these are the ones I've ended up with now, and probably will be the last one.
Oh,
I
they're
don't
gorgeous.
Really need any more, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, so now, first, why do you have 3? They all look a little different. What's different about them?
Believe it or not, I mean, they actually do different functions.
Yeah.
The big silver and black one, that's a highway bike. Yeah, that's a big Harley. It's called a Road Glide.
Oh yeah.
And it's got the saddlebags and a radio, which I love.
Nice. Yeah. Well, can we walk over
sure.
and just take a look at that?
Yeah.
Let's see how that looks up close.
Yeah.
This is the Road Glide.
Road Glide, yeah.
Now, how fast does one of these gliders go?
Well, this is a Screaming Eagle Road Glide. I had it souped up, so it goes pretty fast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like how fast is
well,
fast?
I mean, it certainly goes well over 100 miles an hour.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty fast.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
And have you ever taken it that fast?
Can I say that?
No, you better not tell us. Okay, so what's the horsepower
No,
on
I
one of
never
these?
have.
Good answer. What's the horsepower on one of these babies?
Well, this one's souped up, so this one has about 100 horsepower, which is plenty.
That's pretty good, yeah.
It's it'll go.
That gets you going where you want to
go. They go much faster than cars. Honestly.
Okay, well this is a beauty. Now how about this one here, painted all purple and
Oh
everything?
yeah, that's a custom paint job.
Oh really? Now did you select this pattern?
I did, yeah. That's my atomic purple.
Love
right,
that.
see with the atom and the orange lightning bolt.
Yeah, lightning
Oh
bolt
yeah.
is what stands
This is
out.
the this is for the practical bike. You know,
Uh-huh.
I've taken a 700-mile non-stop trip. Been out to South Dakota, Cape Breton. You know, it's a touring bike. That's when I
Wow.
take my vacations. You
Oh,
actually
yeah.
pack that bike and go. This is the show bike.
It's showy, all right.
Yeah, that's what.
This is a beauty.
You drive downtown, you know, you
Yeah.
put on your alter ego so people don't know who
they
you
don't know who
are,
it
you know,
is,
you
yeah.
make a lot of noise and
Yeah.
people look at it, but
Yeah.
I don't ride it much. It's more of a collector's bike now. You know, I probably never sell it. I don't know what I'll pass it on to my kids, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Now how fast does this little one go?
If I was beside a Corvette, it would be a pretty close race.
Really? Now I've
Yeah.
been in Corvettes, boy, they go fast.
Right, yeah.
How many gears does it go up to?
Well, this one, I mean, actually now it's fairly common, but when this came out, this was a six-speed, and they're geared low, so that all the power's in the low gears.
Right,
Like
yeah.
this will go up to 65 miles an hour in second gear.
Oh wow,
And then you have 4 more gears
Yeah.
after 65, so you can kind of imagine.
all that extra.
Yeah. If you really wanted to take advantage of
Really
it.
go fast. Does this have like a V6, V8 engine like a car would, or what kind
Well,
of engines
yeah,
are these?
actually, these are all American twins, they call them.
Uh-huh.
They're V-twin engines. They
Yeah.
have the 2-cylinder heads here.
I see, yeah.
And So that's what gives them all what they call the torque, and that's the
power. Really.
power at low
Yeah,
end, right,
yeah.
to accelerate.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's a beauty.
Yeah.
Now this one is so delicious
Yeah.
looking. It looks like a sorbet. Now, can you tell me about this one? It's gorgeous.
Well, this one actually, this is my wife, Nikki's bike.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
she had this all custom. It's got a custom tank and cowling and coverings. This was a standard black, off-the-shelf Harley that's been all custom. It's got different forks and the custom seat, and it's been lowered.
Tell me about that seat. That's gorgeous. You know, that looks like ostrich to me. Is that really
It
ostrich?
is, yeah. That's
Oh my
actually
God,
the
that's
stock Harley
beautiful.
seat. Harley makes a very comfortable seat.
Yeah.
And
Built for two.
yeah.
Yeah.
And but that was just, we had that reupholstered. She had it reupholstered.
Uh-huh.
And it is ostrich, so it's got
That
a
is
beautiful
stunning.
contrast with the bike.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, how fast does one of these go?
Well, this is the smallest engine. It's only about 75 horsepower, but this will still go well over 100 miles an hour.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I have trouble keeping up with Nikki.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, she's a roadster.
Yeah, she's a speedster.
A speedster,
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm not going to say that I never go fast, but a lot of times I'm following her.
Oh, really? Well, with a bike like this, I mean, this is a beauty.
Yeah.
So, now, could we go for a ride, you think?
I'd love to take you for a ride. I mean,
All right, here we go. Going on for a ride.
We have had a great day today. Thank you to Mark Garner, Falmouth resident and Century 21 real estate owner, for letting us in on his life and a day in the life of Mark Garner. We started out this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning going fishing, which was a blast. Then he took us on a behind-the-scenes tour of what it's like to be a real estate agent in Falmouth, which was fascinating. We learned so much. And then we had the opportunity to go on a motorcycle ride with him today, which was beautiful. It was a perfect day. Thank you again for watching, and thank you to Mark Garner. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Inside Falmouth. This is Nicole Gabai saying, have a Cape Cod day.